Haven't turned it on yet.
Well, you can commence.
Recommendations. Recommendations.
I love your fucking test, man. Absurdity.
Jesus, that's loud. All right. It is working. It's working.
Cool. All right. We're doing it with no music. You just go ahead and fucking take it away whenever you feel occupied.
Hello, listeners. Boy, are we going to have some big fun today. That's how we're starting it today. Hey, everybody. UHF. I am Mopar.
I'm Commander Cody. We're going quarantine style on the video today. I've been having some issues with OBS, so we're just doing the COVID quarantine style Zoom stream with our virtual backgrounds. And Mopar's at the UFL
I'm at the NHL draft night.
the NHL finals with Stanley Spadowski.
Yeah, anyone who knows us personally, we're huge UHF fans, and I have just been in the mood for that movie. So yeah. I know I bought it on my Xbox, so I'll probably have to queue it up here pretty soon.
Yeah, sync that shit.
Yeah, it's delicious, to say the least.
It's been a while. I don't know last time I saw it. Like, it's been that long that I have to, calculate. I didn't leave myself a calendar event for when I watched UHF the last time. I should have.
Reminder, watch it twice every week.
Repeat once per week. Watch this movie. I do need to, though.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're not like a huge Weird Al fan, you may not even know he has a movie. Like, I feel like it's still among like a cult classic. Like, it's so funny and it's so good, and if you like that type of comedy at all, it's just gonna be your fucking it's gonna ring your bell, baby.
Ding dong.
It really is. Remember, when you and I would go out to random parties, we would just crash fucking graduation parties, and we would show up and just start quoting that, and one person out of the entire party would be like, wait, is that UHF? And then we would talk to that person for the entire party, because that's the connection you make.
That's the only reason we went to parties, was to find other UHF fans.
I know, that was the key.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about.
But yeah,
those are the days. I think so. I don't know when you heard about UHF for the first time, but I was watching one of those VH1 We Love the 80s, We Love the 70s shows, and they were talking about Weird Al's. They're talking about Weird Al in general as a musician, but then also the fact that he made a random movie. And I was like, what? He made a movie? And we already love Weird Al, so it was just natural to watch that shit.
Yeah, I actually, because I was a huge Weird Al fan just from his music and that sort, I had his UHF album. So I knew
Had an album about like the UHF tracks?
Yeah, he had a UHF album. That was just the songs from that, and then he had some extra stuff on there.
Snap.
But that's how I knew about it. I had not seen it when I was a kid until you and I got into it.
Oh, wait, for the Weird Al Yankovic album, UHF.
That's probably the one I had.
Soundtrack.
Yeah. And other stuff. Yeah. So it had like a lot of the songs from the show or from the movie.
Was that Money for Nothing and those other tunes, was they only from the movie? So they were only on this album? Is that how that works?
Yeah, none of the songs in the movie were original songs from his other albums. They were all for this movie.
Damn. Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know which one that is, but hell yeah.
That's Money for Nothing.
I'm rocking to it. I like when we try to like mouth riffs, and it's Oh, that's my favorite song.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you want to go down memory lane, it was between Weird Al albums for us, and then the Space Ghost Coast to Coast musical barbecue.
Yeah.
Where Brack just talks for about 45 minutes about nothing.
I love it.
And Space Ghost like fucking bebop ski bops half along most of it.
He's bebopping. Oh man.
Actually, that voice actor was very, very talented. That guy had a hell of a voice.
He did a bunch of crazy shit on that album. He was singing,
Yeah.
he was bebopping, he was sound effecting,
Yeah.
space ghosting.
Yeah. Space ghosting.
He's doing a little bit of everything, man.
He was, but yeah, you could tell he had some natural talent. But yeah, that was it. That and Beast Wars. That wraps up Mopar's childhood right there. A little bit of sprinkle in some Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What about some Pokemon?
Yeah, that's too. That as well. You know, I've been going down kind of memory lane listening to our buddy Steve on Revenge of the '90s.
Oh yeah, shouts out.
Yeah, so who else does it with him? I can never catch the guy's
His
name.
buddy Fabs. Well, I actually have never met, but I know.
So
him from the show.
our buddy Steve and his buddy Fabs do Revenge of the '90s, and they do it movie by movie per episode. So I know they just did a Mighty Ducks one, and then they did, what was the Adam Sandler one they did? Waterboy.
Waterboy, which they were actually like huge fans of. They were raving at how good it is as a movie, let alone as an Adam Sandler comedy.
Yeah. So, I would definitely recommend if you want to dig into like specific movies. They dig into everything from sales to the creativeness of it and the ridiculousness of it too. Because Mighty Ducks, I was listening to that episode and they're like, it's all about like pee-wee hockey and the ridiculousness that they put into it. That they get to like the state finals, and this guy, it's based on Emilio Estevez. The first scene is he's drunk driving. He's chugging a beer while going for a cruise. This is a Disney movie, so they get into it. They like shine light on some ridiculous stuff in the movies that just like went over our head as kids.
Yeah, and I was cracking up when they mentioned like how seriously all the parents are taking like this pee-wee hockey thing. Yeah. As if they're like watching their favorite NHL team, like they're ready to die for their team, and it's just like 12-year-olds playing hockey. Yeah,
and Steve, who's one of the hosts, he's played hockey, so he was like, this is like 10 to 12-year-olds, and these people are just taking it so fucking seriously. So, no, I definitely recommend. Again, it's Revenge of the '90s. You can find them anywhere. But
and the most recent episode is Twister, which Tommy Boy and I are huge fans of and always quote and always rave about. So I listened to that, and then I went and watched Twister on Netflix the other day. Good shit. That movie still holds up, man.
It like in a good way, or is it like a funny thing?
No, like it's actually really good.
Oh, really?
There's a few like awkward lines, but mostly the effects are awesome. The score is awesome. Bill Paxton, all the performances are really good.
Oh, Bill Paxton's in it. I like Bill Paxton.
You never seen Twister?
Mm-mm.
Are you serious?
I was actually just telling that to the wife.
Damn.
Last week I saw it pop up on Netflix, and I was like, you know what? That's one movie that I've never. It's those ones that fall through the cracks. Like everybody's seen it, but me. So.
Damn, man. I cannot believe that. Yeah, I would give it a watch if you have some time to pull up Netflix in the next week or so. It's real. I think it still holds up for 1996. I mean, those special effects are fucking insane. And they end with a little Van Halen. Can't go wrong with that.
Like
Van Hagar,
like Power Rangers.
Exactly. It ends just like Power Rangers.
Oh, I gotta see it now.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. And Kerner's over here in the chat. Helen Hunt on point in the white tank top.
Nip City up in this.
And I don't want to. Well, I won't spoil anything, but there's a scene that I think. Well, I'm not going to spoil anything. Just let me know when you watch it. We'll talk.
Just let me know when the nips come out, and then we'll discuss. Oh man. So as far as nerdy Star Wars news, it sucks that like even movie theaters haven't opened back up. So like releases have been put on hold. I know Wonder Woman 1999 has been put on hold and it hasn't been released. But
same thing happened to Black Widow, I think, right? Because that was supposed to come out like March or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I'm not even sure I plan on seeing that in theaters. But Wonder Woman, obviously. But yeah, so we've been kind of on a lull of news and nerdiness, and then we just get a fucking bomb drop. By the way, before we get to the bomb drop, would you guys know what we're going to talk about? It has been released, updated news that Celebration has been canceled.
Yeah, I forgot. We have to talk about that too.
Yeah, I don't know what everyone expected. I know with the population and everything in California and then the big, huge, and I don't think like people are even flying yet. So obviously for something that size, everybody be flying in, staying in public places. I don't know. I didn't expect it
Yeah,
I was just kind of hoping.
I was skeptical and glad we didn't book anything yet. My assumption is by the dates in the end of August, I think things will be more back to normal, but they probably are assuming that a lot of people would still feel unsafe going and would cancel their tickets or try to get a refund or something. So, because it's still, I mean, it's only 2 months away. So they're probably just worried that they won't get full attendance. Um, so I get it. I mean, I'm a little bummed. Things are hectic right now anyway. So, like, not taking a week out of my August to fuck around in California, I think is fine. Um, the bummer, I think, is that the next date is not until 2022. So we're going to have to wait.
That's for the next movie.
For the next movie, yeah. Yeah. Which, you know, a gap like that always makes things more special when they come around. So after like another 2-year wait, I think it's going to be epic getting back into like convention scene and getting trailers and teasers and cast announcements for the next movie. I think that'll be awesome, but I just don't want to wait 2 years.
Yeah, we're gonna be relying heavily on Mando and Cassian and all of this. So
I want to party.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Just to jump back to the movie thing, I did look this up. Black Widow was delayed back to November 6th of this year. And then let me look up good old Wonder female lady woman. That is now October. Yeah, so they both just got pushed back.
When is Mando 2 coming out?
I think it's just fall of this year, question mark.
Season 2 release date. I don't know. Everybody's going to be
October.
in it. Oh, that's
October.
A lot sooner than I expected.
Well, autumn. So, yeah, October.
And it's not really that much earlier. I was expecting November. But, yeah. Point being, there ain't shit going on, but we did have a pleasant surprise with Squadron being dropped on us.
Star Wars Squadrons.
Look.
Squadrons plural.
Look!
I'm going to complain, so you get your good stuff out of the way.
If there's one thing that I thought they did right on Battlefront 2, I thought it was the Starfighter Assault.
Yes.
And especially with the updates, I thought like originally it was a little clunky, and then they updated it and it was just smooth as fuck. And I always, because they did it so well, I was always pissed that they didn't add more shit. They was always skins for the battlefield stuff or Battlefront, the ground assault stuff.
Yeah,
and I
they
never
just added
got it.
9 Millennium Falcons and then no customization.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I was just like, guys, you're missing the whole fucking point. This is it. This is it. I'm telling you. So this was a crazy pleasant surprise. It looks a little shallow as far as the game. It just looks like it's going to be like a fucking versus. I don't know how deep they're going to get into like any type of campaign. But it did. You mentioned some type of customization, upgrades, RPG-esque upgrades to the ships and that sort of thing. So
yeah,
if they do that and they do it well, which I mean, even if it's bad, it's going to be done well. That sounds dumb, but you know, just like Battlefront,
yes,
it was done well, but it was, you know.
Well, obviously that's what has everyone worried. You know, it's still EA. Even though it's not Battlefront 2, it's still coming from EA, so I'm sure people are skeptical. Also, one thing that I think it was Matt in the group chat brought up is that its release price is $39.99 on October 2nd. So he was kind of wondering, like, is it a full game if it's not like a normal $60 price tag? So that's curious.
What if it's quite literally just an update for Battlefront 2?
I wouldn't put it past EA to do something bullshit like that.
You just made my stomach hurt.
All right, let me share my screen and we can look at the IGN article as a family and read through some of this shiz. So it does say the game will include both single-player story and multiplayer modes with cross-play support on all platforms.
That's so nice.
Also VR support on PS4 and PC.
Whoa, that's pretty insane.
So we got, by the time you guys are listening to this, we got the trailer on Monday, and there'll be a gameplay demo at EA Play Live on June 18th, which is Thursday, which is tomorrow.
Hell, let's record tomorrow.
let's do half an episode and then half an episode.
No, I mean it is a very good valid point. Like $39.99 just seems like it's concerning.
It is because it's everyone's so used to 60. It's like, well, is this less than a full game, or are they going to put microtransactions back in to try to make up the difference? Like, what's the deal with that?
Or are they going to do? All right, hear me out. If
I'm not listening.
I hope this is how they do it.
Yes,
$40 for the game, and then they will do major updates that might be like $10. It's just like a regular DLC, but they're going to charge for it.
I don't know. I think they did away with the paid DLC options because the way they do updates now, like software updates for the game, everyone that plays has to update before they can play online. So they can't really like you pay for some, and some people don't feel like paying, so they don't have the new content. But I think that would cause issues, especially with crossplay. So they probably can't do that.
Do you think they might settle on a $40 price tag just so everyone's more inclined to buy it right up front? Just so it's like a full. Like if there's online stuff, you want as many people on there playing.
That could be.
And I'm one that $60 is a fuck ton for a game, especially with how shallow a lot of the recent games have been. $40, it already feels like I'm getting 20% off. I don't know. It is concerning to say the least.
Yeah, it's weird. I just feel like people are so used to 60, like having it be any less than that as a brand new game just raises some flags.
Absolute crap games come out at $60.
Yeah, but a lot of very cool indie games come out for like 20 and are fucking awesome.
Yeah, but this is not. This is Star Wars, so.
Story mode and multiplayer mode. The story blurb here on IGN says will feature single-player story mode set after the Battle of Endor and the destruction of the Death Star 2. Alternating between two customizable pilots, the story will feature brand new characters and cameos from familiar faces. So what we saw in the trailer, I'm assuming we're going to have that Rebel pilot and that Imperial pilot, and we're probably going to swap back and forth between those two people.
So immediately what I thought of, which I didn't even scratch the surface of the fucking book, but it was the
Iden versus
the Lost Stars book. It started off with a little girl and a little kid, and they both went separate ways. I think the girl became a pilot for the Rebellion, and he became a pilot for the Imperials.
Ooh, interesting.
So it might be loosely based on them, if I'm remembering correctly. I think it was Lost Stars.
Oh, it is. Yeah, the next sentence. I should have kept reading. One pilot is on the New Republic's Vanguard Squadron, and the other is with the Galactic Empire's Titan Squadron.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think they grew up as friends, but the political or the family positions and on the planet, they pulled them into different directions, and so built-in tension if they're going along those lines. So that's always good for a story.
Yeah, for sure. And then onto the multiplayer stuff, it says it's going to be 5 versus 5 squad battles. You have dogfight shit, which what we'd expect with starfighters, and you also have fleet battles where you're taking down capital ships or flagships.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Just the fact that there's more than one mode, does that get you psyched?
Well, you know what? First of all, there better be in atmosphere fucking gameplay. There better be in space all of it. There better be all of it. But the fact that it's not just dogfighting, that you can take down a capital ship, is what the fuck I want. Let's focus on the battle, but if I can, I'll break away and try to fuck up their ship. You know what's even better is as I fuck up their ship, if they lose buffs. You know what I'm saying? If I take out their communications array or something, maybe their maps get scrambled every once in a while.
Like Battlefront 2 from 2005?
That's what I'm fucking saying.
I wonder if fleet battles will be more like co-op style, where you have an enemy AI and a Star Destroyer and whatnot, and you guys go after that together, and then dogfight is multiplayer 5 versus 5. 5 enemies, 5 real people. Humans.
Oh, man. I'm
interesting.
Horny with excitement.
Multiple ship classes to experiment with, which is cool. They also confirmed that Squadrons will include cosmetic and gameplay related customization. Upgrades will be earned solely through playing the game. Playing the game will earn you weapons, hulls, engines, and shields to tweak your starfighter. Cosmetics will alter your cockpit, ship, exterior, and pilot. The pilot.
No, that's exactly what I want. I want to be able to just as I play, give me fucking little coins that I can spend either on armor or shields or upgrades any
Yeah.
which way I want. It's really not that hard.
Well, yeah, that's what you'd think. It sounds interesting. I have to say I'm intrigued at first, but we'll see more after the gameplay shit comes out tomorrow night.
Now, I don't know if you said it, but is it literally just 4-on-4 with, and then there might be some capital, or is it? I'm assuming it's more of like a full battlefield.
5 versus 5. But I would assume they would do what they did in Battlefront, where it's like 5 versus 5 players, but then you also have AI ships as well.
Okay, good.
That would be my guess. Scum and villainy. Yes. Welcome, Shinobi. Welcome, Kerner. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I try not to get too hyped from cinematic game trailers.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it looks pretty, but everything looks pretty nowadays. I'd like to see the gameplay first.
No, it's a valid point, but look, it got me excited. It did what it was supposed to.
That's true.
For a Starfighter-based game, I was just saying that it would be nice to see more dogfighting and that sort of thing in the films. The fact that we might just get a full game around that is pretty exciting, especially if there is a solid campaign.
Especially because, well, yeah, the campaign is going to be a big piece of it, but especially because they just basically shut down Battlefront 2 and they didn't announce anything after that. So we were all kind of like, what are we going to play after Battlefront's dead?
It is nice that we didn't get like leaks of this 4 years in advance and just been sitting here waiting for it. That it was just like, hey, by the way, today, new game.
Here's the trailer. Gameplays in 4 days, and it comes out in October.
And Ahsoka's in it.
Yeah, if only. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna look up. Actually, let me share again.
I'm just basing it off of like what the Battlefront 2 stuff is awesome to me. The old classic TIE Fighter stuff for PC was classic to me.
Mm-hmm.
And Rogue Squadron for N64, classic to me. Like, what do all three of those have? Like, just fucking update it and do the same thing. I want a Hoth. I want a Hoth map where I can have to take down motherfuckers. Like, it doesn't all have to be new, brand new stuff. I want to play a classic. Let's take down some AT-ATs. Yeah. But we're not going to get that, are we?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I want to be able to fly my pod racer into the sky.
I wonder if part of the problem is them trying to put because Star Wars has different elements to it. You have the Jedi and Sith, you have the war and the troops and everything, and then you have the space and dogfighting, the starships. So them trying to put all that in one game sounds good because you can get all the elements of Star Wars in one place, but that could lead to what's causing their games to look pretty but not actually perform and deliver the way you want. So maybe having 3 Star Wars games all at one time that focus on different things would be a smart move. We have Fallen Order, which is Jedi and Force focused, and then Squadrons can be all starfighters. We can get our fix there, and then maybe they come out with something new in a year where it's Battlefront but better.
Well, I mean, you literally get a racing game out of Star Wars, pod racing,
and pod racing too. Oh yeah, that's supposed to be coming out sometime too.
Well, and a real time strategy game,
Oh yeah, we haven't had one of those in a while.
We need one of those. Even the one that came out in Empire at War, yeah. I love the game, but it was extremely clunky. If they just did the same thing, do all the new updates, put Takodana on it and all of it, and Snoke, and just revamp it, it'd be fucking crazy. I would buy it. I would spend over $39.99, supposedly.
I would as well, yeah. It'd be so funny to spawn Snoke on the map, in his throne, and just have him sit there and he's leaning back like a Jarl giving orders. Yeah, I don't know.
Could be exciting.
Squadrons, man. Squadrons. I think my biggest. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just say it is exciting. It just to say the least. Like I said, that there was no even plans of news. Yes. So the fact that we got this and it looks decent. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's just like a movie trailer, but the fact that they are focusing in on a select thing and not trying to do 10 things at once, maybe they'll do the one thing in front of them correctly or prove themselves. We'll see.
Hopefully. Yeah. I think my fear is, they say customization, and that's fine. Seeing what the customization actually is like, that will be the ticket for me. Because they could say, oh yeah, you get all this stuff, but there's only 4 different ships, and you can get, like a red stripe and a blue stripe and a black stripe, and that's it. Or like you can get 3 different helmets, and that's it. We need like not quite as detailed as Forza, but like Forza style things where you can customize. Like, yeah, you have a TIE fighter as a starting place, but you can upgrade it to be faster with less shields, or heavier shields and haul, but it's slower. Heavier weaponry, whatever. It'd be nice to like actually customize a TIE fighter into something a little more specific.
Yeah, and it would be nice to have limiting aspects, like you said. It's something to think about. I want mine to be a fucking juggernaut. Well, in being a juggernaut, you're going to be a little slower and probably a big fucking target. So, no, a little bit of consequence in your decision making on the upgrades of your shit.
Yeah, exactly. So a couple screenshots that they have included on the Rebel side, we see X-Wing, A-Wing, Y-Wing, and U-Wing.
Man, the fucking U-Wing. Wouldn't that be... I was never a huge fan of compared to the other ones, I think the Y-Wing looks fucking crazy. The A-Wing I've always loved. The X-Wing's classic. I do think the U-Wing fits in there. It was a nice addition to that new original trilogy, as I stated a few episodes ago. I like it. It's pretty seamless.
And then on the Imperial side, we have the TIE, the Interceptor, the Bomber, and I cannot remember this new one from Rogue One. I cannot remember what that class is called.
Yeah, maybe Shinobi knows. It is always surprising to think about how big the TIE Fighter and the TIE Bomber are. They're fucking massive.
The Bomber especially. I fucking love it.
It has a fucking bedroom in the side of it. What the fuck you want?
It does. You it holds bombs, but if you want, you can make it a sidecar. You can convert it into an RV.
Yeah, it's like it's a sleeper. It's a semi. Like on a long road trip, you could just take a nap.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, there's a Trandoshan on the Rebel side.
What's the one all the way to the right? The dog thing.
I don't know. Deadpool, I think.
I think that's Deadpool.
He's going to be in it. Interesting.
Nice Trandoshan.
Cool.
Yeah,
well, surprising to say the least.
I mean, the key would be upgrades and maps. Just make the maps interactive, too. If there's any which way to make the maps interactive, whether if you're in atmosphere, let's have some ground fire that can fuck you up. Or, other capital, or the local security ships, or whatever the fuck. Let's get involved, man.
Let's get involved here.
I mean, there's so many options. Let's go to Bespin and blow some shit up. But in Bespin, there's a security ship's trying to fuck you up too. Yeah, it'll immobilize you. Like maybe there's some ion cannons that if you get hit, you can't fucking turn for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I think that blend of space and atmosphere would be huge. I guess story mode takes place after episode 6. I wonder how they're going to do that. If it's like, story mode takes place after battle at Endor, are we going to have multiplayer maps of things that happen before episode 6? Because it'd be nice to do like the Rogue One scenario and have the space battle and then going through the shield onto the planet in atmosphere. Like that would be fucking sweet. I don't know if they're going to have that much detail in the game though.
Well, it would be nice to have like a progression map, just like they did that in on the battle. The ground battles. I don't want them all to be like that, but it would be nice if we win up in space, then now we get to go down to the surface and try to win the battle down there.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want it to be convoluted like the not the Galactic Assault, the other one where we keep going fucking back and forth if we don't take the
capital supremacy.
Supremacy. Come on, man, just blow it up or don't. I don't want to go back down to the surface.
It's like Conquest, but also with this annoying part that makes the game keep going forever and ever.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Yeah.
Cool. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
Yeah, excited to say the least. And that's all I have to say about that.
Star Wars.
Jump sat alone on a bench in the park. Now I got Weird Al on the brain.
Always
man.
Back to Weird Al. I think your point about them not really teasing this and it just comes out, I think is huge. And I hope I don't know why they did that for the Mandalorian season 2, but I really hope they do more of that stuff. I think it's more exciting because then you don't have all this time for people to be thinking of like all the things that could go wrong and what they hope and what it should be. And it should be this and that. And then it comes out and it's different. And then people are pissed. And I'm guilty of that. I'm just saying, don't give me the option to be salty, is what I'm saying.
Don't give me the time.
Yeah, don't allow me to hate all of your stuff, is what I'm asking.
New Star Wars Lego sets go from Clone Wars to Galaxy's Edge. Did you see the droid tank?
Holy fuck, no.
Oh, man.
I do not follow the toy game enough, but I know that there was new Legos. I'm going to look these up right now.
I don't know, but the Razor's Crest might be one of them.
Wait, what the fuck? Where's the thing? Fucking
And the CIS tank? Oh my god, yes. Is that a Corvette? Oh my.
Where are you finding this? Where can I find this?
I'm on Nerdist. I searched Star Wars and just clicked news, and it was like the second or third thing down.
Nice. What I was going to say was they announced a new line of Hasbro stuff with a new style of boxes for the Black Series and everything. And I know some of the guys in the chat were sharing that, but I don't follow it enough to know. I saw a few things in there that I would like. There's a new Ahsoka adult figure. A couple people from Mando, a couple people from Clone Wars.
What kind of adult Ahsoka figure are we talking?
Oh, you know what I mean.
Is there squeezables?
All right, I found the Nerdist article. Let's take a look at this. No squeezables on this. No, Legos don't have squeezables. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that droid bomber. That Grievous, that mini Lego Grievous is absurd.
It looks sweet, though, doesn't it?
It is, but he's got so many appendages. It's crazy. That's awesome. Oh, the Razor Crest. Fuck yeah, man. And a little Lego Baby Yoda.
And IG-11, yeah.
I have to get that, man. That's awesome. That's
the crest
cool.
Looks really cool. Yeah. The droid tank. I do kind of wish it looked a little better. It looks a little chintzy. But,
well, it looks. I think they usually will do like a small version and a large version of like a big ship.
Mm-hmm.
This looks kind of small.
It says $40.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I would say compared to like what Rex and Ahsoka look like, it does not look that big.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they have to keep it relative because I mean Jar Jar was hanging from it, so they aren't that big. Also, they're not all blue.
Some are. This is from the Clone Wars series.
Okay.
I know the ones from Episode 1 are all brown and steel or whatever.
Yeah.
What's this?
Is that the landing thing that Leia?
Oh yeah, the New Republic thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Good call. They look so weird. It's like a hallway with engines.
What?
Oh, they always do an advent calendar though.
Oh,
I have that. I have that too.
You have them all.
Ooh, that's cool. Knights of Ren. Dope.
The Knights of Ren ship.
Very cool. Very cool.
That was a classic with Luke hanging from the giblets.
Chucking grenades up into it. Yeah. Throne room. Very cool. This reminds me, the Lego sets like this remind me of like my old Batman and Batcave sets that I used to have.
Absolutely.
It would just open up and it was Bruce Wayne's Batcave. That's so cool. Why am I blanking on this? Is that New Republic as well?
I think that's the same thing. It's just closed up.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I got you. Very cool. Well, yeah, when do these come out? Because I need that Razor Crest in my office now.
They don't come out till 2020 now.
It is 2020 now.
The other one.
2020 has been canceled. Next year's 2020. We're going to do it over. It just says later in 2020. Very cool, man. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. That's it. What else is going on? There's the weather.
The weather has been awesome.
Yeah, it has. It has been really nice.
I'm not going to lie about it. The weather's been my favorite. Nice and sunny, but it's not like overly humid. And then it's dropping to like 55 at night. Oh, yeah. That's all I need, man. That's all I need.
Villains, man.
Chilling.
All right.
Oh, I got to look up. Hang on. One more thing. While we're on the toy thing. New Hasbro Star Wars. Let me just look this up.
Real lightsabers availability. I have been starting to get like lightsaber ads on Facebook. The globalists must have heard me say I want a Revan lightsaber in real life or something like that, because there's just like 100% off. Just pay for shipping. free all of it.
If only it was like that. Yeah, because so in this next round of things, I think that's when the Revan
the pops.
No. Well, that too, but what's the name of the lightsaber? Like the nice version of it? I can't remember. Force FX, those. The Force FX lightsaber for Revan's supposed to come out then as well. See, this is the problem with the fucking toys, is that there's so many versions. 3,000 versions of Boba Fett in different eras and different boxes with different colors and different sizes. And I don't know what's new and what's not. So if you know anything about toys, I'm very sorry. I am an idiot. I just collect the ones that look cool. They go pew pew and I want them. So I don't know what's what, but you know. Once they all come out, I'll buy them all and we can talk about it. For real.
Oh shit. So I just searched. So while we're on toys, I searched the worst Star Wars toys, and they have the top 20 worst. And the first one is it's a disgruntled Darth Vader on a motorcycle.
Wait, share your screen. I got to see this nonsense.
There we go.
Got to get a glimpse of this warlock. Oh my god. The Terminator.
Look at these kids. They are mildly entertained. Oh, we might have to jumble through this. Oh my god.
It's the six boob lady from the palace.
It looks like one of the oh my god. What's the English 60s fuck arounds peoples? That they always cross-dressed. The Goblet of Fire people. God damn it, what are they called?
The Goblet of Fire people. I'm lost. I have no idea what you're going for.
The Life of Brian.
Monty Python.
Monty Python. It looks like one of the Monty Python guys just dressed up as six tits. That's disturbing to say the least. That actually looks like one of my dad's friends, so that gives you an idea.
Yeah. Go party.
Does she have a name? Oh, right here.
Yarna Dal Gargan.
Yarna Dal Gargan.
Yal Gargan.
That's now we know. Here's a plush Sarlacc.
God, get out of here. When are they gonna do a Black Series Sarlacc pick? Come on. I want that shit. I'll pay.
Could you imagine? This one has the beak. This is the CGI version of the plush.
Good job.
I like how just plain the Boba Fett is. It's just like chilling within its grasps. I don't know. It's like revealing these one at a time right now. What the fuck is happening? Oh.
Wait, confused. Why is that on the list of bad stuff? Maybe they're just mad that they made 7 different versions of the Falcon.
Or maybe they're mad. Maybe they're mad it's $800. The most expensive Lego set ever retails at $1,400.
Well, buy the cheap one.
Yeah, get the smaller one.
There's like 14 different versions.
I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is the medic on.
Yeah, that deliver Luke and Leia.
It was like an alien attempt to beatbox.
That's how they coax the baby out. It's like
Polis Massa. You know, that's the fun thing about Star Wars. Why can't they keep fucking doing this? Put me on a goddamn planet that we saw just a smidgen glimpse of, and let's have a fucking war on it. Polis Massa in the second Battlefront was so fun.
They can't. They spend too much time on the graphics.
You're right. Yeah, it's the medic for you fuckers that are listening. It's just kind of like a weird.
I mean, it's not the worst for like a 2005 action figure.
No, it's not. It's just a weird decision to make that guy. The execution's not terrible.
No, not terrible.
Oh, this is. So they created the OT Anakin Skywalker character.
Anakin worse than I thought possible.
So it's not the ghost version. They actually made like a figure of the dude that was portrayed as Anakin Skywalker at the end of 6.
Yeah, flesh version of Anakin's ghost. I guess you
it would have made more sense if he was like all blue and hologram.
Translucent. Yeah.
but it's just a dude. It just looks like Captain T. Kirk. Like
It does. I didn't think I could hate that old school Anakin more than I already did, but there we go.
Yeah, that someone made a decision. This needs to exist. This will sell. This will sell.
They do make everything. Not gonna lie.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, these are listed. I'm sorry. 26 worst. Let me go back up. Best. See, now this one.
Oh.
So they're kind of mixed together. So I guess it's the top 30, but they're going to go through different ones. So the Falcon was actually one of the best ever.
Okay, good. That makes more sense. I was gonna say the Falcon's epic.
So they do have. It's like a classic Boba Fett. Let's see here.
That does look good for like 1980.
Oh, absolutely. From 78 to 80.
Nice.
Oh, they're saying this is a 13-inch one. Wow, this is a big one. And yeah, it's quite like colorful. Surprisingly colorful.
Yeah, a little too bright. He doesn't look as grungy as he should.
His pants are on point. What kind of boots is he wearing?
He's got those thick ass calves too.
He does. How many? What?
Yeah, he's just doing step ups all day.
Step ups. Worst, A Family Affair. The Lucas set. Is this his kids?
And him too. That's that dude on the left in the blue. Sorry, on the picture of the box.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Why is he cross-eyed in that?
He looks like one of the guys from Wizard of Oz.
What?
He looks like Apocalypse in the new X-Men. Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse.
It looks confused.
So is that him and all of his kids that played roles in episode 3?
It looks like it. Yeah, the George Lucas family set. This 4-figure collector set. Yeah. Lucas and his children. Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, here's their names.
I'm going to go find that shit at Celebration.
His son's name is Zet. Oh, no, Jet.
Jet Lucas. That's the character's name is Zet Jukasa.
Katie, Amanda, and Jet. You're fired. You're fired.
You're fired from life.
I actually, you know what? This is a
Star Wars Transformers.
This is terrible, but I feel like as a kid I would definitely play with this. This is a Transformer. It's a Death Star. It's assumingly the first one because it has to be because it's complete. The Death Star transforms into Darth Vader. But Darth Vader has a fucking liquid plasma pistol on his wrist.
Jeez. That's
and a purple lightsaber.
And he's got the Death Star turns into his wings.
The Death Star turns into his wings.
He just has like a jetpack on the back now.
Is it weird for me to say that I feel like as a kid I would definitely play with that?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. You going to buy it?
I mean, I'm wondering how much it is and where I can get one.
Celebration, 3 years.
Here we go. Darth Vader the Fighter. So it's
TIE
a TIE Fighter. So this is one of the best.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Next.
Moving right along.
I want to make fun of stuff. I don't like to like things.
The Personal Disappointment Transporter.
What?
You know what? This was I watched that the Toys That Made Us. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And I watched the Star Wars one, and they actually mentioned this because they just needed more to align more upon a release. I can't even talk today. So they threw this together, and it none of it made sense, and it was one of the worst selling things that's ever.
More to align.
I'm sorry. A line of toys. This year's launch of toys is only these 6 toys. We need to have more to it. So they added, they beefed up the line of toys or that. So it looks terrible. Moving right along. Okay.
Chewbacca, Mr. Potato Head.
This
creepy
is disturbing to say the least. And actually it says Star Tours. Chip Baka is the name on the box.
Great.
Guys, I can't tell you if I woke up in the middle of the night and this was on my dresser staring at me, I would piss myself and go right back to sleep.
If I wake up and I don't see that, I'm gonna be pissed. I want one.
That's a valid point too. I guess just toy lightsabers is best coming in.
Well,
at
that's one of
19.
those Force Effects ones, I think.
Oh yeah,
Those ones are
see.
super choice.
Yep, Hasbro Force Effects.
Yeah. Yeah, that Revan one does look tasty, man. This is Luke's that we're looking at on the screen. Sorry if you're not watching, but the Revan one that's coming out soon does look tasty.
You know, as far as usability, I feel like Revan's looks obnoxious because everything's like sharp pointed.
Yeah, and it's got like those claws on it.
Yeah, yeah. I do like the way it looks, though. Well, okay, guys.
Rubber Ducky Star Wars. The Leia one. Oh my god. These are rubber ducks in Star Wars. And the ones with the helmets, like, okay, I can get that. But it's Leia's head with just a duck bill.
It's funny because the Rebel pilot or whoever this is, it's just a duck in a Rebel helmet. But the other ones are like the characters just fucked.
Oh my gosh, that's so ridiculous. That's awful.
Whoa,
Yeah, they were
whoa.
just really just looking for whatever they could back in the day, huh?
Is that supposed to be Luke? Luke?
Oh yeah, it
Skywalker?
is because look at his little tunic. He's got his desert tunic,
Mm-hmm.
but his face, it's literally just a duck
It's a duck.
with a rebel helmet on. Oh,
Wow,
God.
that's disturbing. Color clarity worst. Snaggletooth.
Yeah, I remember this one looking just awful.
It's just. It
The
feels
character itself looks awful.
Like, yeah, it feels like Alf's dad, just in like a like I don't
Where's Snaggletooth from, anyways? I don't even remember.
remember either.
I'm gonna look it up. Zutton,
Blue Snaggletooth.
it's called.
I
Oh,
like how-
he was outside the cantina in episode 4, I think.
He just looks like a backup dancer in a Michael Jackson Thriller video.
Yeah,
Like, that's how he's dressed. He just has an alien dog head with a weird fucked haircut. What? Who decided this?
like they
Jesus.
melted a thing of Elf, and that's what he turned out like.
That's Alf's drunk uncle.
They just grab whatever they have laying around in like the storeroom in Hollywood, and like, all right, we're using this.
It's just not good. So a land speeder, a little kid land speeder, just like those Escalades that a little kid can get and drive around in. It's a full little land speeder. No, I think that's actually pretty fucking epic.
Can't wait to have a kid so I can just buy this shit. I can't fit in it, but I can watch someone else enjoy it.
Oh my god!
I don't know how to describe this one. It's a Leia toy, but it's like they accidentally used the head of a Terminator
Dude,
figure.
this is fucking Princess Channing Tatum.
It looks like The Rock as her head is The Rock.
Oh my god! And she comes with fucking 12 blasters.
I know she's gonna blast her way out of everything. What is this? What figure is this from?
A New Hope, leader of the Rebel Alliance.
Power of the Force edition of Princess Leia.
Jesus, she's built like
It's like
a Mack truck.
Yeah, they took like a male action figure scope or mold or whatever and put Leia's outfit on it.
It's definitely G.I. Joe. It's Princess Joe.
Yes.
God, they just like stuck a helmet of hair on him.
We got a few mofos in the chat, y'all. Shout out if you had these toys. I want to know.
I know.
Brendan says he had an X-Wing Transformer.
Ooh.
Carter's still talking about Helen Hunt.
Look at this confused Luke. Why does he have 2 lightsabers?
Whoa. What the fuck, bro?
Farming for moisture. It's literally just a Luke with 2 lightsabers and a moisture evaporator.
Nice.
What are you supposed to do with that? Like, what's the addition of... I guess if you want to create a scene, which as a kid, I never was movie specific. When I had battles, I had Transformers and Power Rangers and Street Sharks and
Batman.
Legos and Batman. They were all going against the bad guys, and it's all the bad guys together. So, like, to throw in a moisture evaporator into the war that I'm having is so... like, unless it's being used as a projectile from, like, Optimus Prime chucking it at Shredder's head.
I want to pretend that I'm farming moisture in real life.
Oh, yeah.
But that does not look anything like Luke.
No, it doesn't. I'm still really confused about the two lightsabers. Maybe one's sheathed and one's not. Maybe that's the point. But
Oh yeah, to like swap back and forth. Yeah, that makes sense. They do that. They give you a bunch of accessories with things.
you know, the weird thing is, the more and more I look at it, it kind of does look like Luke.
I mean, he looks dopey. So Luke in episode 4, I guess that's accurate.
It's like old Mark Hamill's head with young Mark Hamill's young hair.
And he does. They did match the size of his robes, where the top of his tunic is like a 3XL, and then his pants are super tight. He's got skinny jeans on.
He's just
with
wearing
his tunic.
He's wearing Aunt Beru's underoos. Aunt Beru's underoos. Oh my lord.
Aunt Beru's.
The Aunt Beru's. Best
Helmet.
Darth Vader voice changer.
Nice.
Yeah, I can imagine that this is just hours of entertainment here.
Just talking to your mom. I will not do the dishes.
You can fuck right off. Cookies.
If you say it in Vader's voice, like, it's okay. You can say whatever you want.
See, I'm really excited for this next one because it just says worst. The ice cream man at the bottom here.
Oh, have you seen this guy before?
No.
Oh man, yeah, the ice cream man. He's legendary.
What? Wait.
Do you know the story behind this?
No.
All right, so it's this dude, and it's not a prop. It's an ice cream maker. It's like an old school ice cream maker. So in Bespin, in episode 5, when they're all escaping, this dude is just running after Lando evacuates the city, and he's just carrying that ice cream maker, and he's just sprinting down the hallway. So that was the thing at Celebration. People would cosplay as this dude with the ice cream maker and just bring it, and they would just like do laps around the exhibit floor.
Yeah.
And then the chest or whatever in Mando, when they pay him for bringing the bounty back, is that. So now we actually have a canon version of like what that ice cream maker thing is supposed to be. It's a chest.
Interesting.
A bloody chest.
I love the gut that they like blatantly put on this dude.
Yeah, they didn't give a fuck.
He eats a lot of ice cream. That's all you need to know.
Ice cream man. You know, this is how crazy Star Wars fans are. That's probably like one of the most rare Star Wars figures there is.
Yeah.
Just because it's the ice cream maker. It's just a cult legend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Worst, jet setting Solo.
What even is that? It doesn't look like it's attached to him.
It looks like the apparatus thing that What's-Her-Face used at the end of the first Alien movie, where she beats the shit out of the alien with the transformer thing.
It's like a mech from the Matrix.
It is.
On Han Solo.
Also, he's jacked right now.
Yeah, he is. He's been lifting. He put some weights on the Falcon.
Well, he has to lift this fucking thing up on him. That's probably why he's jacked. Look how big the fucking thing is.
Yeah, he doesn't have the Force. That's ridiculous.
You would think the Jedi would all just be super weak because everything heavy, they're just going to use the Force to aid.
Right. It's like, I appreciate when Star Wars, when they'll make a line of like every single character and every single thing in the background is cool, but I hate when they just try to make like super action version of Han Solo and like add all this shit and make them like super muscular with crazy biceps and like weaponry and mech assault things. It's just so ridiculous.
He can fly anything. He's a flyer. So
he can fly himself. Jetpack.
Oh, here's the R2.
Ah, yes. The Sphero R2. Mine's at home right now. I took him home during quarantine so he could talk to me because I missed him. So he's not at the office.
Jackson. Just let him scare Jackson.
Oh, yeah, he was pissed.
He was pissed.
They're friends now. They got used to each other.
Nice.
Yeah, the Sphero R2D2 is cool.
Okay, so here's a picture we saw. The Imperial Chopper. That's just like a Imperial motorcycle with a very confused Darth Vader on top. Oh, it's one of those that you pull back and then you let go and it'll take off.
I want to know if toy companies reuse molds and stuff. I'm assuming they do.
Absolutely.
Because I had a Terminator toy from T2 with his motorcycle, and it looked just like this.
Well, I'm
obviously
wondering
without the attachments, but it looked just like that.
I'm wondering because if you look at the packaging where it says Star Wars and you go all the way to the right, it's like a set of exhausts.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't even try to switch it up. They're like, I'll just leave it on there. Kind of makes sense. Motorcycles.
Motorcycles. That was the coolest toy I ever had. Was
The
that
Imperial Chopper. Could you imagine?
Terminator. The chopper.
You know, they kind of almost did because Dooku had like a fucking motorcycle thing in episode 2.
Yeah, and Maul too.
Maul did,
Motorcycle land speeder thing, which is
Man.
fucking savage. Duke is totally a biker.
Again, there's potential I would have bought this as a kid. I feel like it would have been like, oh yeah, he's just really fast on his fucking
Yeah,
bike.
my
So-
dad would have bought it because he's like, "Oh, it's motorcycles and Star Wars. Obviously, it's great.
yeah.
I don't care if it's film accurate."
Yeah. He's like, this, the one with this was my favorite film. That's probably what it. Oh, poor little Gonk. That's not worst.
It's not bad for like an '80s figure. Little Gonk droid.
Simply
The
put,
stickers
it's a
ridiculous.
blue piece of plastic with legs. Well, that's what all these things are.
Well, and also that's what Gonk is. He's just a box.
I know.
Like there's not much to it. It's not like you have to get facial recognition or whatever movie quality stuff on a Gonk droid.
The funny thing is, why is he blue? Aren't they? I've never seen a blue one. Aren't they all black?
I thought they were just like gray.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking Imperial, so I went to black. But I
Steeple
think
color.
yeah. I don't know.
Steel.
I'm all right with that. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so this is where jealousy kicks in.
Yeah, Dustin and Ryan had this, and I was so
Yes!
jealous. That was like right when I got into Star Wars, and I like came over to their place and watched it, and they showed me all their Star Wars toys. I was brand new to franchise. I didn't have any Star Wars toys, and they had this fucking giant Slave One, and I was so envious.
Oh my god, because it looks so cool.
Yeah.
It's such a weird looking ship. It almost looks like some type of mask or like helmet something.
Yeah.
And then when you take off in it, you're like, oh my god, this thing's just. And it was big, kind of like those classic TIE Fighter things. You had a big TIE Fighter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was
Huge.
it was fucking huge. I rode in it. Rode it to school, man.
It was life size. It was actual size scale, 1-to-1.
1-to-1. No, that I remember that being pretty epic. It doesn't actually show a Boba Fett with it. No Boba Fett included. That sucks.
Sold separately. Pilot sold separately.
The pilot. All right.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
So the Sith Infiltrator, moving right along. Maul's Sith Infiltrator Lego. It just looks really plain. Was that the issue?
Well, there's not much like texture to it. It's just like a long, skinny like plank of a ship.
It is. There's like no movement. It's just.
This was the first run of Star Wars Legos I remember for episode 1, and I had this, and I also had the Pod Racer, and this is just how crazy your memory can be, because before the new version of the Pod Racer came out, I was thinking back, and I could have sworn that the Lego Pod Racer was fucking epic, and that Maul's ship was fucking epic. And then you look back at this old 1990s version of a Lego, and it's like there's nothing there. You can barely tell what the hell it is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
Like open a new tab and just look up the like 99 Lego Pod Racer.
Oh.
And you know the one I have over on my desk. And just look at this old one, and it just looks ridiculous. Wait, did they have a Sebulba Lego Pod Racer? No way, dude.
Oh, this one. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like got the
That's barely a what? It's just a straight piece of block.
I know, but I thought it was the coolest thing ever. It was like realistic. Look, just like the movie.
Yeah, I mean that's terrible. But I do still like the style features of Anakin's Pod Racer. I think it's like an Indy car. It looks fucking sweet.
And you can see the new one here. Well, you can kind of see it. It's like fading in and out, but bigger difference.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Details. It's all in the details. No, is there a Sebulba one? What did you see that?
I saw a picture of one, but I don't know if there was a kit. It looks like somebody custom made one.
Oh, eBay. Someone probably custom made it.
Yeah.
It looks crappy. Unless it looks just as crappy as Anakin's. So maybe they did. It looks like there was a Gascano or something one too.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I have to look that up. I just spent money today.
But yeah, those old Legos are ridiculous.
All right, we're in the top 5 here. Worst. Mustache is included. You're literally just buying the Lando mustache?
Calrissian disguise kit. Wait, is it
It's
like
just
a
the
Halloween
mustache.
costume or is it just the mustache?
I'm 99% sure it's just the mustache. Also, look at this little kid. Holy shit, I can get Lando's mustache. That's what he's saying.
This was on sale at Star Wars Celebration 5.
That's not right. Where else can you put that mustache? That's what I'm wondering.
Anywhere you want.
Anywhere. All right, moving right along. Best, the ultimate Star Wars vehicle. You know, this is really cool because it almost feels like Rogue One. They pulled it, like the idea of like a transport AT-AT as opposed to like a battled or an assault one.
Did you ever see the video when Rian Johnson was on the Star Wars show? They gave him this toy because he always wanted it as a kid and he never got it, and he was just like super shocked.
Oh, really?
Happy. Yeah, it was this old one because I think it was pretty big too. Well, if you look at the size of that stormtrooper on the box compared to the AT-AT, it was like a pretty big ass toy. That's awesome.
One of the greatest Star Wars toys of all time. It doesn't say how big.
That's epic.
Enormous. The mouth of the thing was enormous.
It just says enormous.
So, aiming lessons not included. So it's just like a blaster. We're in the top 3 here. Worst. Aiming lessons not included. I mean, it's literally just a blaster. There's no Star Wars ties.
It's a Nerf blaster.
There's no ties to Star Wars other than the Star Wars logo. Like that's just a regular blaster. It looks like to me.
Yeah.
Like there's there's a Sith or the First Order logo on the side of it too. But other than that, it's a white, orange, and gray. It's literally just a Nerf thing, and they just threw Star Wars sticker on it.
Yeah. The kids don't know the difference.
I barely did. All right,
stormtroopers can't shoot anyways.
What? They got the Death Sticks guy?
What's his name? Sleazebaggins?
Sleazebagano.
Oh, yeah. Sleazebagano is this dude's name. That's so fucking dumb. Come on, George. What are you doing?
I love it.
Death Sticks. Does it come with real Death Sticks? Do they get you high?
Yeah, so you can imagine playing with this dude. Does he come with the fucking liter of cola over here? What is this Nuka-Cola?
Dude, it's all about the accessories, man. Yeah. Does it come with the bar as well?
Does it got a fully loaded bar?
I want a full like Batcave set, but it's the bar from episode 2 in Coruscant.
I'm also wondering like what species he is because it's just a dude and then he's got antenna.
I don't remember. He looks like a Men in Black character.
He does. Well dressed. Right. I'm excited for. Let me see. Oh, it's best an action-packed set. Are you excited for this? I am. Holy shit!
It's Rancor.
A full Rancor set with nude Leia.
They changed the name, by the way, of her. You know, everyone calls it Slave Leia.
Mm-hmm.
It's now officially referred to as
Princess Leia in her
Slayer.
Jabba.
Right. Well, yeah, but there's a new toy coming out with that.
Oh.
Where I thought they were gonna like do away with that. I thought I saw Disney was gonna do away with like Slave Leia in the bikini, but they just changed the name. It's called the Hut Slayer Leia, not Slave Leia. Gotta be correct.
But she was his slave.
Then she also slayed him. Get it? A Rancor.
No, this set, I didn't know this existed. First of all, the Rancor, it looks fucking crazy, and I would want this.
Yeah.
But it's got a Gamorrean in it. Jabba looks pretty decent. C-3PO looks good. Leia's looking sexy as ever, and so is Luke, sexy as ever.
Sexy as ever with that all black.
Yeah, I actually, dude, when he pulls out the all black, you're like, oh, he means business. He's an actual like human now instead of a whiny bitch.
He evolved.
He evolved
he dyed his tunic.
His final form.
Yeah.
No, but the details in it, it's really good. That Rancor is fucking crazy, man.
The Rancor I have does not look that cool. It's all just like one shade of like greenish brown. It does not look like that.
Does it come with the bone that Luke sticks in its face?
I found it like at a flea market. It doesn't have any accessories, unfortunately. This one probably does.
Yeah, it comes with a Gamorrean that you can eat.
Where does when Luke got his he built his own lightsaber, but where did he get that new outfit? Is there like a tailor on Tatooine?
Also, where did he pull where did he get the crystal?
Oh, it's true. Did he make a trip to Ilum? I want to know. There's probably comics that talk about that in between episode 5 and 6.
Hey, everybody, they're back.
Arr, arr, arr.
No,
Well, Star Wars Toy Review.com 2020 version.
That was a fun trip down the fuckeries.
That was fun, actually.
All right, let's get into some theorizing because I always like doing this. And again, I was on Star Wars Explained, and he was discussing some Yoda stuff that it was just blowing my mind.
Yoda.
So, what was the Legends book that focused on Dooku and Yoda? It wasn't Shatterpoint. What was the other one?
I have it over here. It's called Dark
Rendezvous. Dark Rendezvous. Yes. So,
it's up there.
I believe it was Star Wars Explained. Forgive me if it wasn't.
It was.
He was discussing Yoda and Yoda's power, and he was referencing Dark Rendezvous, which I haven't read, but the case of some beings are pulled towards different, like light and dark side, obviously. But in certain cases, people can be stronger one way or the other. I think quite possibly Anakin would have hit his full potential as light side Anakin, which is crazy. Do you agree?
Yeah, it's interesting. I was actually I know this is a total tangent, but it kind of relates. I was just watching all of Harry Potter, and the Sorting Hat tells him he should be in Slytherin, but he's like, nah, I want to be in Gryffindor. Wonder how it would have been different if he had done it, if he could have been more powerful. Not a whiny bitch.
Well, I guess, do you think Anakin would have been... I mean, he's the chosen one either way. But the potential, I feel like... I guess, how do I want to ask this? Do you think he would have been stronger if he stayed on the light side? Or do you think he became his full-powered self when he fell to the dark side?
Well, I don't know what the canon explanation is, but I've always kind of viewed it as the dark side always does make you stronger, but almost no one can actually control using the dark side without turning completely evil. So I think power-wise, him turning into Darth Vader and using the dark side does make him stronger, but obviously it means he's going to be an evil fuck and eventually he dies.
I guess when you start thinking about it, Sidious is full dark side, and he's one of the most powerful. Well, he's the most powerful Sith ever. I think that's canon. And Yoda goes face to face with him, and Yoda gets beat up, but I wouldn't say he fucking lost. He had to escape, and he was like, I got other things to worry about. There's children running around now. We got to take care of, and
he's got 800 years of experience. Palpy's only got 80 or 60 or whatever.
It's a valid point. But yeah, I mean, I guess Anakin, if he wasn't caught up by Obi-Wan, a pre-suit Vader would have just been unstoppable.
Oh yeah.
And I think Sidious knew that and was kind of sketchy. He didn't feel until Obi-Wan did it, and that's where that weird smile. He's like, "Hey, I can finally control this fucker because now he ain't got no limbs, Lieutenant Dan." Oh man, my point is.
I was waiting for that. And
Yoda,
you're going to roll this back over to the book, too.
Yoda, it was suggested in Dark Rendezvous from none other but Dooku that Yoda would have actually, if he fell to the dark side, Yoda would have even surpassed Sidious.
Yeah, I've always kind of theorized that as well. I always think the dark side does make you stronger, but it's rare that you can actually control it. That's why Bane and Revan are so fucking savage. Because they can go to the dark side and they don't lose their minds.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when we talk about power, it's all subjective. You don't what do you mean by power? Live the longest, do the most damage, protect the most people,
stronger. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
800 power level instead of 500.
Yep.
Plus 50 HP. Plus 7 strength.
Got to put the gauntlets on. A little bit of armor.
Plus 3 in your offhand.
There's no point anymore. Why are we even on? I thought it was a really cool discussion, the idea that if Yoda fell to the dark side. I mean, okay. No, I agree with you. Like, in a general sense, you go to the dark side, there's more power. It's just going to hurt you.
Yeah.
It's probably going to kill you quicker, one way or another.
It's going to distort you into some evil thing.
And it's just going to be painful and it's going to be shit. But the idea that, like, Sidious was the most powerful, he was a culmination of a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And if one little green dude fell to the dark side, even Sidious himself would have been like... From my understanding, Dooku made it sound like it wouldn't have even been close. He's like, Master Yoda aced everything on the Jedi side and has 800 years experience. If he fell to the dark side, we're all fucked. You gotta be nice to this dude.
Yoda's got so much to think about. He's got so much on his plate, you know? If you follow the dark side, you just worry about like yourself and your own power, and you're pretty selfish. Yoda's got to worry about a million Padawans and apprentices, and he's got to worry about the politics and take care of the Republic and go on this mission and talk to Mace Windu and do his accounting for the thing and file his taxes for the Jedi Council and everything. He's got so much on his plate.
Expense reports for for Anakin's destructory.
ECP reports, whatever they are. Now, here's something interesting. If Yoda did fall to the dark side, if he was like a Sith acolyte or something, do we stick with the rule of two? Or does he keep Palpatine and Dooku and then maybe also Vader and Maul and like have a whole little dark side consortium? Or does he just kill everyone except for himself?
I actually have a feeling that he wouldn't. It'd just be him.
Really?
I really think, especially if he fell to the dark side at like 700, 800 years old, I think because he would have been so powerful, it would have...
with a bang.
It would have extended his life.
Probably, yeah.
He would have been so fucking powerful that he would have been near unstoppable.
Like the ring.
And he legitimately... It could have been the Skywalker family tree against Yoda. It would have been... everything from Padme to Anakin to Luke and Leia and then Kylo and Rey. It would have been the entire fucking thing was to take down this fallen Jedi Master. Jedi Goblin, yeah.
And he really would have become Gollum or Smeagol. Just this tiny, shriveled, evil creature.
It is quite terrifying, and I actually really like the Dark Side Yoda. Like some
it
of
looks
these
like a gremlin.
Dude, this is fucking terrifying.
No, it is. But I'm saying he looks like a gremlin, and I don't like it.
It's weird because it fits. He's already got like the bumpy, leathery skin, like a lizard, like a frog. Just add some claws and a fucking mean look and some crazy hair. Oh, he looks fucking crazy, man. That's like giving me like the creeps almost just staring at that. Like he's such the nicest, ideal Jedi Master.
I would have liked Yoda on the dark side. Yoda's awesome, and I think he has great instincts, but he just gets distracted by Jedi dogma. Would have been cool to see him like do whatever he thought was right without having to answer to anyone.
Do you remember this scene? Because I actually don't. Where like
it's been a while. No, I haven't seen that scene for a long time. Get it?
Huh?
No, I haven't watched that that last little run of the Clone Wars with all those visions and everything in a long time.
Ooh, this one has him showing some fangs, man.
Oh, Vampire Yoda, yeah. He's got 2 lightsabers too, yeah. Yeah, very interesting.
It's just crazy, man. It really is. It's crazy. Like I don't know if let's just go down that path. Yoda falls to the dark side. Let's say around episode 3. Let's say Anakin was saved because he didn't have to fall to the dark side. They were worried about taking out Yoda.
Yeah.
It would get to the point where I feel like it would almost be beneficial if Sidious and Dooku and the Jedi teamed up.
Well, it depends on Yoda's motivations. Like what you gotta let's step back a thing and think about why he would fall to the dark side in the first place.
Being tricked by Sidious, he would just be out for blood, almost almost Anakin-esque. Like I'm doing good. I need to kill this guy.
I don't think Yoda gets tricked. I don't see that. Anakin's like too passionate and too like reckless. That makes sense that he gets twisted by Sidious. I see Yoda calling Well, actually, I was just gonna say I was gonna say I see Yoda calling Palpatine's bullshit, but then also I forgot that the dark side of the Force clouds everything. So I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how, but it would have to be something personal. Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe some.
found those dick pics you sent a couple hundred years ago.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send them to the HoloNet, bitch.
shriveled over time, bro. Um, it could be something personal along the lines of, and I'm going along this Baby Yoda thing.
Yeah,
They find a select few of his not offspring, but of his species left, and they're under attack, and no one get like. There's other shit going on. The Clone Wars are going on. We can't worry about this. And he takes it very personally, and he's like, I have to protect these fuckers.
Well, yeah. Think about I feel like it's rare that you're just evil for no reason.
Right.
Like Palpatine's evil, but I feel like most people, when people fall to the dark side or turn evil as like a supervillain or something, there's a motivation, and they're going to lose someone they care about, or they feel strongly about they want to save the world in this way, but everyone else disagrees, so they're going to do it their way anyways, and they turn to the dark side. So yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't. He wouldn't just become, oh, I'm evil out of nowhere. I'm going to use the dark side for no reason. It'd be nice to see him like getting a little taste of the dark side.
Ooh, all right. So that might be it. His failure, and him realizing he led all of these younglings. Let's go back down the path. Let's push it. Let's say Order 66 happens under his reign, which it does. He has to exile himself, and in exile, he feels so guilty and helpless, and responsible for all the murders that happened because he was so blind. I feel like you could go down a very easy dark path, especially being by yourself, with the haunted.
That's true.
Deaths of that. I mean, the blood's on his hands, very much so.
He's probably having mad nightmares on Dagobah in that cave, man. Just seeing his Padawans get slaughtered by Anakin.
Yeah, he'd just be brewing in that hatred. Absolutely.
I guess my question would be like, he takes the downfall of the Jedi, like it's his mistake. He has to go into exile. He said he's failed. He says that in episode 3. But I wonder, like, he's probably sad about everything. I don't think he's angry. He's sad at himself for messing up. I don't know if he's like angry at Anakin. It wasn't Anakin's. I mean, Anakin slaughtered people, so it is his fault, but it's also not his fault, if you know what I mean.
It's very much so his fault.
But you know what I mean. Like,
I mean, Anakin
without Palpatine, Anakin wouldn't just do that. And I think he knows
True,
that.
but it still happened under Yoda. It's everybody that holds a goddamn lightsaber in the galaxy is Yoda's responsibility. And
that's
they
what
all
I mean. But he's
and they all
not
looked
mad at Anakin for doing that. He's like more ashamed at himself for failing.
Sure, so he's not out for blood.
Right.
It's more of self-guilt. Yeah, absolutely. But I think, that could lead to something where he wants to kill Sidious in a very revengeful way.
Yeah. That's possible.
That in killing Sidious, oh, now you are all the Sith because you're little green-skinned bastard.
Brennan asked, could Baby Yoda turn to the dark side? And I was just thinking of that scene where he starts choking Cara Dune on the ship because he thinks that she's hurting the Mando. And it's just interesting, like when the child is that young, there isn't a sense of light side and dark side. There's just a sense of like, that's my dad and I'm going to save him. And that's even more raw, I would say. Like that's a more raw connection with the Force, as you're not thinking about politics and like, is this light versus dark? Does this line up with my dogma? Does this fit? You're just like, I care about this person. I have to protect them. I'm gonna choke.
Yeah,
this shit
it's all rooted in emotion.
Yeah, emotions, and that's where the dark side's powerful.
Well, and that's where the light side falls apart because they can't. There's a lot of good emotions that you can, breathe or
breathe. I'm breathing these emotions, man.
It's you get a hit of this emotion. Woo! No, but it's a valid point. Like it's Baby Yoda's so innocent, and it's just reactive. This guy's taking care of me, so he's
reactionary.
So no, I was actually gonna ask, has he used some dark side? But he definitely choked Cara Dune.
Yep.
She might have liked it.
I mean, what's dark side versus light side? He kills that giant mudhorn. Is that dark side? Well, I guess he just lifts it up and the Mando stabs it. But like, is that dark side? Just because the Mudhorn is trying to attack your friend, does that make it right to kill him?
Well, the Mudhorn was literally a mother protecting her eggs.
Exactly. Like you're in this.
You just murdered a mother.
Deep philosophical conversation about like what necessitates dark side versus light side.
It's point of view. That's what it.
From a certain point of view.
From way over there, you looked like a shiny bitch.
Try this way, do that.
If you stand on your head, you ain't got it anymore. Oh, no, I like getting into those conversations. Like, what if, if Yoda fell to the dark side, first of all, he would have been the greatest Sith of all time. He's also got natural camouflage. He'd just hide on Kashyyyk, and no one could do a fucking thing about it because no one's going to find him.
Just imagine if you could have some sort of partnership, though, between Palpatine and Yoda. Like, what if, like, they were dark and light side, but they were working together? So, like, Palpatine's out to, like, make the galaxy a better place. Like, just picture that he's not an evil fuck, and he actually is trying to fix things. Like, just imagine if him and Yoda could work together, and, like, you have two presidents, and one's evil and one's not. One's a frog and one's an old man, and he's dusty, but they take care of business.
I don't know. I feel like the entire time it'd be like, I vote to kill everybody. I vote against that. Well, we're just going to sit here and keep drinking our tea. Then.
They just take turns. I vote to kill everyone. Okay, but that means the next time I get to save everyone. Okay. Okay, Yoda.
In the next 100 years, I want to be the hero.
I don't know, I'm just thinking, like, is there any way that someone can leverage the dark and the light side for the same purpose without falling evil or falling dogmatic? And then I think the answer is Revan.
Right here. There you go. It all comes back.
All comes back to Revan. Always. I pre-ordered that Funko Pop.
He's got the coolest mask, and he's legit.
Man, you think they're going to do an Old Republic movie?
Nope. Everybody wants it, but as soon as they get that, they're going to shit on it because it's not perfect and exactly what they want. So I don't think they'll go down that road. I think they're doing the right thing. The High Republic, let's go back and make everything brand new again.
Fucking brand new again. I concur.
Give me a goddamn orange. No, I think that's it. I'm excited. I'm excited for a lot of stuff.
Excited for everything. Let's bring it. I want all of it. I want to see all of it. Let me have it.
Take it. Considering that our last Star Wars game was not a flop, it was actually quite the opposite. Wasn't the greatest game ever, but Fallen Order was a huge step in the right direction. It sounds like for $40 small. I
was gonna say, and the next one's gonna be cheaper, so that's a win.
Yeah, it is. That is very concerning still.
I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out tomorrow.
For half the price, you can get half the game. Oh, you want to be the dark side? That'll be another $40, bitch.
Of course they would do that.
Cough it up. Whatever. No, it's exciting. I hope they keep dropping news and stuff like that without any hints or spoilers or anything. So we'll get more details on that shit tomorrow.
I honestly forgot it was June. I think the year's going by pretty quick. I feel like I always say that every year, but October will be here. And Mando and Squadrons, I think, will be here before we know it. So I'm curious. I won't say I'm geeked. I'll say I'm curious.
Do you think that Kylo studied Revan? Brandon asked. No. Next question.
He probably didn't know about him.
That's the issue. Well, first of all, would he? Yes. But is it anything near canon? No. Revan's not canon, technically.
Yeah,
just the name Revan.
That's the question. Do people know about Revan, and what do they know about him? Do they know the full story? If he could find something for Revan the same way that Darth Bane does, then I would say that, yeah, he probably would study that. Because he's trying to do the same kind of thing. He's like, I'm not technically a bad person, but we need to do this, and he's not able to hold it together the way Revan is.
Do you think he would have been able to kill Snoke without going to the dark side? I don't think so. He had to go to the dark side, whether he knew it or not, and whether that was the end game anyways. But I don't think Kylo would have killed Snoke if he didn't go to the dark side.
Yeah, but there's an argument to be made that if he didn't go to the dark side, that it wouldn't have gotten to that point. Like, if he didn't go to the dark side, then you could have had Luke and the rest of the Jedi Council against Snoke, and they would have just taken him out.
Luke was still bathing on the beaches.
I'm saying if he didn't fall to the dark side in the first place, then Snoke doesn't have any grip on him, and they can just slice him up.
Luke, I got that video of you sucking on them whale titties.
I mean, I know you need your nutrition, but at what cost? Jesus.
You know, when we talk about Revan, like it was, I mean, it was a long time ago, but from Kylo's point of view, that's a fucking, like, even if people knew about Revan.
That's true.
That's so, like, Bane
that's
is
like us talking about ancient Egypt. Yeah.
Yeah, Bane is 1,000 years ago. No one knows about him. We're talking 4,000 years ago.
Yeah.
No one has any fucking idea. No.
Some people have some idea.
Well,
see, that's a story that I would love to see, though, is like, think of how much we know about ancient Egypt. It's enough to be interested, but it's not everything. So he could definitely learn, like, Revan was this guy. Was he on the dark side? Was he on the light side? He could get some hints, and then it'd be nice to see a comic or a storyline of him, like, going and researching that and trying to, like, dig it up. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would have to be something.
Shit.
It would have to be like a story that some dude did something extravagant, like something fucking nuts that's not feasible anymore.
Yeah.
So he would have to go do some, like, research ancient technology type of shit. That how did this guy Revan do X?
Yeah, and he's on a hunt for a holocron or something.
Yeah, how did Darth Bane create a thought bomb that doesn't exist anymore? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be yeah. Why didn't we get Revan? Okay.
Why aren't we hired by Lucasfilm right now? Hey, that'd be a good way to tie legends into canon. Like, this is a legend, and it's been 4,000 years, so no one really knows what's happening. But let me go dig it up, and I'm going to pull a Gandalf and go to Minas Tirith and pull up all the old records of the ring and just learn. And then you uncover it, and then, oh, yeah, Revan was a real person. Bane was a real person. Here we go.
Sith legends.
Yep. I would like that. I would like to see that, Lee. When would I like to see that?
I do want to see it. Give it to me.
Please.
Just hand it over. Hey, everybody, we're leaving. All right, guys. Appreciate everybody that's been in the chat with us. Lord, Shinobes, Brennan, Fluffy.
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
Oh, Lord.
Galaxy Rogue Squadron Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back next week, supposedly, with more Squadron news.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we'll get some insights. You said gameplay, right?
Gameplay reveal, yes.
I'm ready for the fucking gameplay, and you should be too.
I am.
I told you I am. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Boopity.
All right.
I wonder what that saved it in. Oh, yeah. RSP 235. Cody. Save. Bye, everyone.